A South Korean mystery thriller horror film dropped, and it's absolutely mind-bending. The plot is filled with twists that'll make your head spin, and it's already gaining a cult following. So here's the deal. The story kicks off with a woman returning to her childhood home after many years. She's all grown up now, but there's a strange air of nostalgia and something unsettling about the place. On her way back, she accidentally leaves her phone on the train, which disconnects her from the modern world. Looking around the old house, she stumbles upon an ancient cordless phone. Just trying to make it work again, she dials something, and suddenly it rings. On the other end is a frightened girl, begging for help. She claims her own mother is trying to harm her. At first, it seems like a random wrong number, but the calls don't stop. Eventually, they start talking, and then comes the shocking twist. The girl on the other end, Young-suk, is living in the exact same house, but in the year 1999. Somehow this old phone is connecting two people across two different timelines, 1999 and 2019. It's never explained how the phone works, but what matters is that they can communicate, and this changes everything. Young-suk in 1999 starts learning about events from the future through the woman in 2019. She uses this knowledge to her advantage, while the woman starts realizing that messing with the past can have terrifying consequences. What follows is a chilling, emotional ride that blurs the lines between time, fate, and fear. Soon, the connection between the two timelines grows deeper. The girl from 2019, Seo-yeon, befriends Young-suk from 1999. They start bonding over technology, life struggles, and the pain they carry. Seo-yeon even shows her how to use a laptop and play games like Popcorn, something magical and new for Young-suk. But behind their growing friendship, both girls are suffering in their own worlds. Young-suk is physically abused by her cruel stepmother. On the other side, Seo-yeon is burdened by emotional trauma. She lost her father in a tragic plane explosion, and her mother, now battling a brain tumor, barely communicates with her. Seo-yeon has always blamed her mom for her father's death, believing it was her fault due to the decisions made back then. When Seo-yeon tells Young-suk about the explosion that killed her father in 1999, they decide to change the past. Seo-yeon instructs Young-suk to go to her old house and shut off the gas before it causes the deadly explosion. Young-suk follows through, and in an instant, Seo-yeon's world transforms. The scars on her body vanish, her ruined house becomes a luxurious home, and her once broken life is suddenly perfect. She now has wealth, a happy family, and her father is alive again. At first, it feels like a dream come true. Seo-yeon believes her life is finally on track, but things begin to take a dark turn. Young-suk, in the past, starts getting anxious and angry. Seo-yeon stops answering her calls, saying she's too busy enjoying her new life. Meanwhile, Young-suk is still being abused and overhears a chilling conversation. Her stepmother plans to kill her that very night. Desperate and terrified, she calls Seo-yeon again. But here's where it gets complicated. From the stepmother's point of view, she believed she had to kill Young-suk. She claimed that a shaman told her Young-suk would grow up to become a dangerous serial killer, taking the lives of many innocent people. She believed killing her now would save countless others in the future, but she never tells Young-suk the truth. As the night unfolds, Young-suk does survive, but she ends up killing her stepmother in a fit of rage. She calls Seo-yeon and tells her, "I'm free now, and you should love me for it." Just then, fate intervenes again. A man who lives close to both families in both timelines, someone who often delivers strawberries, shows up. Coincidentally, in 1999 and 2019, he arrives at both houses around the same time, setting the stage for a chilling twist. One day, Seo-yeon is invited into Young-suk's home. Everything seems normal, until by pure accident he opens the fridge, and is horrified to see the dismembered body parts of Young-suk's stepmother stored inside. But someone else saw it too, Sang-hoon, a man who had been nearby earlier. Fearing he'll report it to the police, Young-suk ends up killing him too. Back in 2019, Seo-yeon is sitting with her family, casually eating strawberries, completely unaware of the horror unfolding in the past. Later, when she visits the police station and checks the records from 1999, she's shaken to discover that Young-suk was arrested and sentenced to life in prison for murdering both her stepmother and Sang-hoon. Angry and panicked, Seo-yeon calls Young-suk and screams at her, "Because of what you did, you're going to rot in jail." But Young-suk, always calculating, demands to know how the police found out about the murders. Seo-yeon refuses to tell her, but her hesitation sets off a tragic chain of events. Unexpectedly, Young-suk's father and a boy named Jin, connected to Seo-yeon's present, visit her home to take revenge. In a horrifying moment, Young-suk kills her own father in front of her younger self. This act instantly changes the future. In 2019, Seo-yeon is in a car with her father, but suddenly both her father and the car vanish into thin air. It hits her like a thunderbolt. Young-suk has killed her dad in the past. Devastated, Seo-yeon is rushed to the hospital. But now, Young-suk has gained the upper hand. She blackmails Seo-yeon and uses her knowledge of the past to manipulate the present. Seo-yeon learns through a news report that a deadly explosion is set to happen at 5 p.m. in 1999. She tries to stop it, telling Young-suk that a man posing as a garbage collector took a knife from her house, the same knife used to murder her stepmother. If she doesn't act fast, he'll plant the evidence near the explosion site. Desperate, Young-suk heads out to retrieve the knife. But just before 5 p.m., Seo-yeon's dog leads her outside, which saves her life. The explosion occurs, but the plan to destroy the evidence fails. Furious, Young-suk returns to her hostel and takes out her rage on a roommate, pouring boiling water on her. At that exact moment in 2019, the same girl's older version suffers painful burns on her body, showing how deeply the past is now affecting the future. Then comes another truth bomb. Young-suk reveals something shocking. The gas explosion that once killed dozens wasn't the fault of the Chinese engineers as believed. It was caused by a young girl who accidentally left the gas on. That girl was Kushi. Because of this carelessness, 40 gas tanks caught fire and multiple people died. Young-suk had seen it all. She had been there when it happened. In the morning, Seo-yeon tells Young-suk the exact location of the murder weapon, the knife hidden by the garbage man. Young-suk retrieves it and destroys it, erasing the one piece of evidence that could have sent her to prison. As a result, in the new timeline, she's never arrested. But what seems like a small win quickly turns into a nightmare. Now that Young-suk was never caught or imprisoned, her future self still exists in 2019, and she has become a full-blown serial killer. Her house is now a horror show, filled with hidden compartments and body parts of her victims. The nightmare Seo-yeon tried to stop has grown even darker. Meanwhile, back in 1999, Young-suk's mother grows suspicious when she learns her daughter is secretly seeing a boy. In a panic, she goes to the police. As they search for Young-suk and her boyfriend, they arrive at her home, but it's too late. Her father is already dead, and her boyfriend is being held captive in a hostel. At one point in the movie, Young-suk's mother takes her phone, and this is where things get even more intense. Now I need to explain a clever twist that happens toward the end, something most people might miss. There are two critical phone calls at the end of the film. One is made by the 2019 version of Seo-yeon, and the other by the 1999 version of Young-suk. The film doesn't explicitly reveal who made which call, but if you've been paying close attention, you'll notice a pattern. Throughout the movie, calls are always initiated from the past, 1999, to the future, 2019, never the other way around. Seo-yeon never successfully places a call to the past. This implies that only the 1999 timeline can reach out to the future, but the future can't dial back. Now, coming to the climax, the two timelines begin to collide. When Young-suk of 1999 makes a call for help, the Seo-yeon of 2019 picks up the phone and warns her mother to flee the house. It's a desperate move to protect her from the horror that's closing in, and right at that moment, chaos erupts in both timelines. In 1999, Young-suk attacks Seo-yeon's mother. Simultaneously, in 2019, Seo-yeon confronts Young-suk's terrifying older version. A brutal fight breaks out in both timelines. Eventually, Seo-yeon's mom pushes Young-suk off a ledge. Both fall, and it appears that they die at the same time. As 1999 Young-suk hits the ground, the house in 2019 collapses into ruins, symbolizing her death across timelines. Seo-yeon rushes to the hospital to check if her mom is alive, but she doesn't find her there. She finds her at the graveyard. This haunting visual confirms that while Young-suk died, Seo-yeon's mother survived. We get a quiet, emotional moment where Seo-yeon and her mother walk away from the cemetery, laughing together. It almost feels like a happy ending, but the film has one last twist. You see, there were actually two phone calls that changed everything. That earlier call, before the final chaos, was also important. Seo-yeon of 2019 had tearfully warned Young-suk of 1999, "People will come to kill you. Be careful." Because of that warning, Young-suk took precautions. So when her stepmother tried to kill her, Young-suk was ready. And in this alternate timeline, she actually kills her stepmother instead. Just like Seo-yeon's father vanished from the car after his past death, Young-suk's mother vanishes from 2019 too, erased by the timeline correction. Now, Young-suk is never caught. She's hidden away again, This time, back in a hostel. But that leads to the most chilling reveal of all. In the very last scene, we see an older version of Young Suk, now a fully grown woman, sitting in a chair, calm, collected, and clearly dangerous. She's been waiting for years. Her face is made up, but her eyes tell a different story, and then it hits you. She did become the serial killer her stepmother feared she would. Oh, and for those trying to explain the timeline jumps with science, this isn't science fiction. There's no time machine here. The movie leans into fantasy and ritual. Remember the old woman, the shaman-like stepmother who feared Young Suk? She likely performed some kind of dark magic that spiritually connected the two timelines 20 years apart. And that's the end of this twisted, layered thriller. If you liked the breakdown, hit the like button and subscribe for more crazy plot explanations. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay tuned.